Okay, after first setup, yeah, we start login. First login is using system, yeah, without password. After setup, when you log in without password, we can log in, and then immediately we can set our password. So our old password is empty, so enter. So I set new password 1 2 and 3, enter 1 2 and 3, enter, and then I set. So I have successfully logged in and setting new password. My password for the system is 1 2 and 3. Now after we have logged in, now we want to enter our product or our service for sale. So we enter this inventory module. We click this inventory module. Now in here I already have a number of lists, so now I'm going to enter a new item, new. So this is the item. Let's say for example this is Indomie, okay, 50 gram, and the selling price for this is 1.9 ringgit. So I click insert. So now my product Indomie Goreng 50G is entered into my product list for sale. Now after we have entered our product, for example in here Indomie, here in this case the quantity of the stock still 0, so we need to do a purchase order. Right here, just do a simple quick purchase order right here. Purchase order, we can select a supplier if we want to. In here I select cash, I order 150, so each one is 1 ringgit. So I do a confirm, so it will do a check-in of this product for 150. So now we can see this, that there's 150 Indomie Goreng 50 gram. Okay, now we have entered our product list. For this one is 150. We are ready to perform sell function. Exit, enter the sell function, and then wait for the product to be loaded into our sell module. Wait for the product to be loaded in our sell module. Normally take about 1 to 5 minutes depending on how many products we have, and here it only take about 25 seconds. Now to perform a faster cash out, just using function key F4 immediately go for cash out. Right here we can using barcode scanner or key in the code. For example, I can also select from here. In here, for example, I select this, and then I select. I can change the item to 4, for example, then before item, or I can do Indomie. Then immediately I found my item, Indomie right here. Then I select, and then UC select. After we select all the items, we go for payment, okay, and perform a full payment, and then create a short receipt. Right here, a short receipt and ready to be print. So we click print, it will print to the printer. After that we exit, then the system will perform the transaction and then return back to ready to sell next stage. Now to perform a select customer sale using F5, then you have all the list of customers for us to select. For example, I select Michael, and then again same, we can do all the key in, scan or select right here. For example, this item, and this item, 3 items, payment, full payment, short receipt, yes. So we have another transaction right here. After we pay, we exit, and system will perform the transaction and back to ready to sell next stage. Now to perform invoice sale, invoice sale means that we sell the item without receive the payment. Again, it's the same, using F5 select customer. For example, I select this customer, and then this customer buy this item, black mall, 500 ringgit. So I go for payment invoice. In here, since this is invoice sale, we just issue an invoice. This is a short invoice, half page invoice, full page invoice. So I issue a short invoice. Yeah, and then since this is invoice, there's a due date. In here, system automatic give 30-day due date. We can change this if we want to. Then after that, we continue. Then we can see that this is an invoice issued to this customer. Okay, this is our invoice. This is a due date for this invoice. And after we print, we exit. Then you back to next transaction. Okay, let's do another fast sell. Yeah. F4, and then select this item, and then go for payment. And then customer give me 20 ringgit, 20 point, 20 point. Tap key twice in here. I tap the key twice. Tap 1, tap 2. Then the system will go to short receipt immediately. Then enter. Then you will issue a short receipt. Okay, that's how we do a fast sell using 2 tap key. Okay, now next stage is to read the sell report. Yeah, so I exit from this module. Then I enter this module, transaction processing module. I enter. Immediately we come to this stage. Now in this transaction processing control module, when it comes to this stage, immediately he will come to this batch called current confirm sell batch. This is a batch of the sales transaction of today. But there are a number of batch in here. There's a current invoice batch. It's a sell transaction of today invoice. If the transaction before today or yesterday or before yesterday, it will go for archive sell batch. And archive invoice batch is the same. It's an invoice before today. So invoice today. So this is how we differentiate different batch in this sell transaction module. So I go for the shortcut. For example, shortcut is S. You immediately enter into current confirm sell batch, and we go up there. You will see that this is a transaction happened in today. As for transaction number 2, for example, CSS Software, I come to here. I can read that total is this, and the item sold is this. Item sold is this. For example, this is the item sold for each transaction. This one will be the control information for each receipt being issued by who, who is the service officer, who is the cashier, such and such information, and what type of receipt is being printed for each transaction. Now, to read detail of each transaction, for example, I select cash in here. You can see that the information page, the detail, which is the item sold, message. And in here there's a print, which is a summary of all transactions. In here I have 8 transactions, 17 items. Total net sale is this, and my total cost is this, and my profit margin is this. This is my profit for this 8 transactions. Now in here will be the summary information for each transaction. For all transactions in here I have 8 transactions, total items sold, net sale, my cost, my profit, and my profit margin. Okay, so next is the detail of all transaction. In here I come to detail, and I come to detail this particular page. I let the system process. In here there's 8 transactions. Now we come to this page, which will be all items sold. All items sold for this current sell batch. All items sold for this current sell batch. Now in this stage we have two views. One is view all, which is current view. View all items sold on time basis. For example, this is the time I sell this. Now the second view will be view sum. When you click view sum, it will indicate it to me that, for example, this item I sold 4. Okay. This item I sold 2, and this item I sell 3. So there's a 3 view in here telling us that which item sell quantity, or set view all, then will be all items sold. I exit from here now. Now that's all for this training. If you need more information, you can come to my website in here. akujss.com/English. akujss.com/English. And then in here there's a video training. Video training, you click, you come to here, there's a whole bunch list of video training for this software. Now this is you can look further into it if you want to.